is there any consideration of competing? I guess that's the question that everyone watching this video will want.
Well, I said that, on a thing yesterday, that if I had 2 years of stem cell and growth hormone, maybe 2028, I might make a comeback. But I need at least 2 years. Stem cell, growth hormone, and gin.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess the big news is, what's the story with the pro card?
I just thought I'd see if I could get it. Because, because Bob always says Lee was never suspended for life by the pro league, which is true because there was no pro league, because they separated, remember? Because there's two different IFBBs now. Yeah. But so technically I've never been suspended. So I thought, well, I'll just see if I get my pro card, because they said you got to renew it. You got 3 years or whatever. I don't know what the new rules were. But they had like a grace period where if you hadn't renewed it for a while, you could still do it. So I just went on their website thinking, let's see if I can do it. So I filled it out. They said, what did you win to qualify for this? I said, the Mr. Australia and all that, then blah, blah, blah. You fill out all the part, then it says pay this much money. I think it was like $285 or something. And I sent that off, and then it says, here's your membership number and that. Then the next email, the next day I had the card thing. But I wonder if it's all automated. Because then Giles said, should I post it just to get people talking? I said, yeah, go ahead and post it. So I figured when he posted, I wonder if the IFBB saw that. Went, what the fuck?
Clerical error.
How the fuck did he get that? We can't take it back now. If we take it back, it's going to start a whole heap of shit. And people are like, why'd you get it for again? I was like, well, haven't been suspended for a while, so I figured I'd just get it back so I could get suspended. Well, I put up a NABBA thing. That might get me suspended because they put the NABBA Worlds on here.
Yeah.
I can't say who and that, but let's just say a lot of nasty letters have been going out to athletes and sponsors telling them if they have anything to do with the NABBA show, they'll be kicked out of the IF. Even sponsors. Can you imagine? They're telling sponsors, even some of these food prep companies that sponsor, and they're in gyms, like these gyms that are run by IFBB so-called people. They're saying if you sponsor the NABBA show, we'll remove all your products from our gyms.
So have you seen one of these letters?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The NABBA person sent it to me. And text messages from athletes and that they've been getting from the IFBB. Ridiculous, isn't it? It's like, the IFBB's not really putting on any shows, and if they want to go compete in NABBA, because they're not going to do anything in the fucking IFBB, are they? Seriously. If you're not a standout fucking phenomenon, you're not going to make an IFBB top pro. You're going to have a fucking normal job, so just go compete where you feel like competing, and that's the thing. Whoever treats the athletes best, they're going to go back. Yeah. If the IFBB treats you well, you're going to go back to the IFBB. If you compete in NABBA, they treat you well, you'll compete again. It's like you're going to go where you feel most comfortable and what you think's going to further your so-called career.
Yep.
So, yeah, but even sponsor, I don't get the whole sponsor thing, though, because if I'm the IFBB and Sam's Fitness is like, okay, we'll give you $15,000 to put this show on towards whatever. Okay, thank you. But then if I see you sponsor NABBA, I'm going to say, hey, Sam, you can't sponsor NABBA. You have to sponsor. It's like, you'd be like, well, fuck off. It's my money. I'll sponsor who I want.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, it'd be like KFC doing Cricket Australia. And then it'd be like Cricket Australia calling, you can't sponsor the rugby. How dare you? If you sponsor the rugby, we won't let you sponsor the cricket. I'd be like, okay, I save money. Fuck you.
No, it'd be like me saying to my customers, oh, if you go and buy something from someone else, you're not going to buy off me. Like, that's just,
like, okay.
It's like, I've got to work harder to get your business.
Yeah.
And that's the way I look at it.
But how can you tell, like I said, the IFBB needs sponsorship money. So how can you tell the sponsors where they can spend their money?
Yeah, yeah, and also too,
it's like, if they can sponsor IFBB, you get my money, then I can sponsor NABBA. Like, they're athletes that use my products too.
And if the IFBB had bodybuilders like on the payroll, so
that's what I said. If they were paying you, it'd be different.
Yeah.
But you're paying them.
Yeah, I know.
You pay them to be a member.
I know.
You actually says you're an independent contractor.
And
be like a plumber who comes to my house and go, you can't go to the neighbour's house after you've done mine. You're just got to do my house from now on now.
And you don't get any. There's nothing like you don't get if you do all that effort. You're a professional athlete. If you do all that effort and you don't get any prize money,
most of them don't. Most of them have a normal job.
Yeah, no.
Instead it'd be like me hiring the plumber who's an independent contractor. okay, here's this job, change on my pipes, here's $5,000, but until I need you again, you can't do nothing. You can't make a living doing anything else.
Can you hear your, I think I can hear something. I think it's your pro card being ripped up.
It's all online now. I don't find the reason. Banned.
Yeah.
Banned again. Technical error.
No, but hey, to the IFBB police, like, I think all this stuff's over now. Like, why don't you put the effort into putting on better shows and
even like I said, even if someone does, like the NABBA World here is in June. There's no IFBB shows, so it's like, but even if there was, and it's 2 weeks apart, if someone does a NABBA show and they do an IFBB show 2 weeks later, who's it hurt? Or vice versa, you do an IFBB show, and that's their last show of season B for the year or whatever, and there's an NABBA show 2 weeks later and you're in shape, why can't you go do it?
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's like you said, they're not paying you. Yeah. It's not like you're under contract. Even if you're an amateur, it's like...
But also think about it too from bodybuilding and the sponsors. So that's the two.
I think they told sponsors too, they can't even... Say you sponsor an IFBB show and you put it on your Instagram page and that, you can't promote NABBA on your Instagram page. That goes against their thing as well. So like Sam's Fitness, you wouldn't be able to put anything related to NABBA on your page if you sponsor the IFBB. No,
but so say this NABBA show comes out, it's sponsored by the meal prep places that also sponsor IFBB shows. NABBA puts on this great show. There's like a decent crowd shows up. Some young kids.
Well, I think they just put up a thing that it's pretty big. Even like Tourism New South Wales has put it on their calendar and acknowledging it and stuff like that. So who knows? You might have the Lord Mayor there.
But just say a whole heap of young kids. Oh yeah, I want to get into bodybuilding. Yeah. They start getting their meals from the meal prep company. The sponsor makes more money, so it's like, hey, if you put on a good bodybuilding show, I'll throw money in it, and then more kids come. That's how you build the
exactly.
The
it's not just IFBB people eat these meals. All people do, even general public.
Yeah. But it's just like, why are you trying to just keep the pie the same and get the IFBB the biggest slice?
Well, wouldn't it be better? They've always done. They've always tried to have a monopoly on it, which is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get why athletes or the sponsors would listen to them.
So I guess the final thing...
Like I said, without the sponsors and the athletes, they're only 4 letters, aren't they? They can't really do anything without the people.
Would you? Is there any consideration of competing? I guess that's the question that everyone watching this video will want to...
Well, I said that, on a thing yesterday, that if I had 2 years of stem cell and growth hormone, maybe 2028, I might make a comeback. But I need at least 2 years. Stem cell, growth hormone, and gin.
Yeah, okay.
The more gin I drink, I can do it.
Yeah.
I go out drunk. Look at me, I look great. Now, if you want more great videos of me answering questions, go to samsfitness.com.au, buy some gym equipment, ask some questions, because the more you buy, the more you can pay me to keep being stupid.